Hey, Foos.
Sup, yo.
It is episode 243. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us once again on another stupid episode of the Foobar Show. But before we get into any of that, find a bunch of cool Foobar Show merch at foobarshow.com. Find tons of new merch items like totes, travel mugs, magnets, baby onesies, and t-shirts, and tons of new colors and styles. Go to our merch page found at foobarshow.com to check it all out. Next up, click on the link for SoCal rock band The Fallen Electric at the bottom of foobarshow.com for music, tour dates, and merch. On Saturday, September 4th, I will be playing at the Canyon Inn in Yorba Linda, California with The Fallen Electric. Free to enter, 21 and over. We will be there from 9:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Come have a few drinks, man, and enjoy some good rock and roll music with The Fallen Electric. And lastly, and I'm actually going to take off my glasses because, it's actually, this one's a little bit personal.
Oh.
I can't see shit, though, so. Grass store, everybody. I'm speaking from the heart here, off the script. Just pretend I had something in my hand, I crumpled it up, and I threw it in the fucking wastebasket.
Fireside chat.
Yeah. Grass store, everybody. One of the best cannabis delivery services I've ever had to deal with, bar none. They service LA, Orange County, and the Inland Empire, and select parts of the Inland Empire. This is why I don't go off script, actually. Go to foobarshow.com and click on Grass Store, the banner there that we have at the bottom, and first-time users will get 30% off of their purchase. And now, without further ado, Foos, episode 243, here we go. From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foobar Show! Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Josie. Josh.
And Steph.
Thank you all very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always get in touch with us and get our merch at foobarshow.com. That's FOObarshow.com, and search FOObar Show on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foos?
Sifu. See.
Yes, indeed. Hey, so we're back, foos. We took last week off. For those who download our podcast on a regular, you would have noticed that there was a best of. And, it's funny that a lot of the best of consisted of Josh's dad, Karl, because the saga continues. Josh?
He doesn't,
Into the mic there, Josh.
I can't say he doesn't disappoint, but he consistently disappoints as well.
He's consistently inconsistent.
Very much so, Foo.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah, we had a great, a nice little outburst recently this past week, trying to get everything, settled as far as the Airbnb for the bachelor party.
Yeah, that's right.
We are going to. And, Foosy over here was hunting him down like Stewie was hunting down Brian, with my money.
When he
owed
him
my money.
Like $5 or something?
$5, I think it was.
Some shit like that.
Shit, yeah. And so...
But I wasn't, though. And that's the interesting part of this entire story is that I have a history with Karl when it comes to doing business. So at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. And if you will allow me to explain, can I take a couple of minutes of your time?
Please do.
All right. So... a couple of years ago, more than a couple, but like a few years ago, I used to be an executive recruiter. I used to recruit, like office jobs or people of management. And your dad, I guess, needed somebody, a member of management for one of his warehouses. And he's just like, here's the job description. Go ahead and start recruiting for it. And I did. I actually busted my ass to find him a cool list of candidates. And then he just ghosts. Like, I try getting back with him, and this is nothing. Crickets. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to stop,
Does he not need this position filled now?
Apparently not. And so I'm just like, I go into this situation where, the Airbnb is booked. I'm like, all right, everybody, this is how much it's going to be per person, and go. And then mostly everybody's already paid up. I was actually pretty impressed and pleasantly surprised that mostly everybody, until, of course, your buddy Eric, who's been communicating. And your dad, Karl. And so I'm just like, so Josh, if you wouldn't mind contacting good old Pappy there, so that he can send over the funds. And he's just like, yeah, here's his phone number. I was like, okay, I'll contact him, no problem. And then
yeah, and again, my response to him was, hey man, you have a better shot of getting a chance to get connected with him than I do.
Already red flags.
There you go, man. Have at it. So when he asked me for the number, I even gave my father a heads up. I texted him, hey, be prepared. Jose is looking for his money, for the Airbnb. Just hit him up, or, just don't be on the lookout. Never got a response back from him.
Yeah.
And
what, so I said, okay, today is when I will text him, just so it can, and it was a nice, cool little text. It's Jose. This is my number in case you don't have it saved, blah, blah, blah. Guitarist extraordinaire of the Fallen Electric and podcast host.
Yourself up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, see, that's Seafood. That's where he fucked up, because he knew that wasn't you.
Dick. Yeah, so I contact him and I say, it's going to be this much. It's going to be a fun time. Get back to me ASAP. One would think that a 24-hour wait time would be enough, nay, more than enough, to expect any kind of reply with, I'll get back to you on that, or sure, what app do you use so I can send over the funds, something like that. I don't know. Within 24 hours, I was expecting something like that. But crickets. Crickets. And then I think at a certain point, Josh, I text you, hey, Josh, is your dad's phone must not be working properly. And the Foo is in this chat. He's like, oh, it's working. And so at a certain point, knowing, my history with Karl, I'm just like, well, I'm going to get his attention one way or another. And so I proceed to start trolling him, but it's not happening on a 5-minute basis. Like, it's not happening back to back. I'm just like, hey, that's it. That's all I text. 6 to 8 hours later, Karl. And little things like that. It's like, hey. And then finally, like the GIF that says Bueller, that one. And then finally, I'm just like, all right, well, I can keep this up as much as you can, or you can't. I forgot what I put. And then at a certain point, I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to start to recite the Emancipation Proclamation in text form. And then I even text, and then I'm giving you a heads up on all this. I'm about to troll him.
Very much.
That dude, something's about to go down. Please brace yourself. And so what I guess you're just like, all right, well, I'm going to call Amy, his wife.
Yeah, so he gave me a heads up on everything he was going to do. He even said, I'm just going to send him this spam voicemail that I have saved from one of my spam calls. And he sent that. And so I'm like, okay, so this dude's really trying to get a hold of him. All right, got to go to the
jugular.
The jugular. I got to go straight to the source. Right. Hit up my stepmom Amy, and I'm just like, hey, can you please tell my dad to respond to Jose? And she's just like, he's taking a nap. I'm like, that's fine. Just let him know when he wakes up.
Next time you see
him, just let him know. That's not urgent. Just let him know.
And then I guess at this point in my trolling of the text messages, I had just finished typing. Because I just finished typing, all right, now prepare for the Emancipation Proclamation, typed out in text form. And then I actually type in parentheses, inhales deeply. And then I get a response from him saying, who the fuck is this?
Oh, wow.
And he knows who it is. And then he's just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm out. I'm not in the bachelor party anymore. And I'm just like, so you're not in the bachelor party anymore. And he's like, did I stutter? And he spelled it wrong. And so I corrected his spelling and stutters. 2 T's, everybody. Come on. And then I'm like, okay, thanks. Meanwhile, this guy is getting an angry cuss out from his dad. Saying,
yes.
What did he say?
So this is the dynamic between my dad and I when we text or call each other. Usually I will give him a call. I won't get a call back for a week. And then I respond to him, oh, so you owe me money or something? Or something to that effect. Like, you're alive? Wow. So in this fashion, I saw him like 5 minutes after I had texted Amy. I get the phone call, and I'm just like, oh, here we go. So I answered the phone. I'm like, hey, look who's alive. And the worst decision I could have made, because immediately he just goes into a rant. This motherfucker, and he's fucking texting me, goddamn, so much in fucking 5 minutes, every fucking 5 minutes. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm out. All right? I'm fucking out. This fucking asshole. Fucking boom. Hung up.
Yeah.
I had no words. So I text this guy, hey man, so my dad's out.
Let us get the fuck out of here.
Look, man, I'm 31 goddamn years old. I've been yelled at a few times by that man, and it just doesn't faze me anymore. It's just like, okay, man. Okay, go have your tantrum. Go have a nice bottle of whiskey and shut up.
And, admittedly, I wasn't. My intention was not to piss him off, but to get his attention, and hopefully he would find the humor in it. But that just didn't happen, and I regret nothing. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't regret a goddamn thing.
And you shouldn't, Foo. You shouldn't, because though it was a little bit of a drama-filled day for me, it was quite entertaining, considering the things you were sending him. I'm just like, dude, I even, and I had told you this, but I warned the man that when we invited him to the bachelor party, I'm like, hey, look, okay, you have to pay your dues to Jose. He will hunt you down.
Oh, yeah.
I lived with the guy when I owed him rent. Hey, bro, so when am I getting my money?
Right.
He's gonna hunt you down for money. So he's just like, I'll make him work for it. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Oh, no.
You need to be very direct and very detailed as to when you will pay him.
Right.
And
that would really get me to shut up. It really would.
I've
if you
learned
just
that.
communicate.
I've learned that.
A date. I just need to know so I can arrange some of my own finances, because there's a lot going on.
Exactly. And yeah.
He didn't take kindly to that, Josh.
He did not. He did not, Foo. And you know what? It's his own damn fault. And that's fine, Foo, because that just means there are no old farts at this bachelor party.
That's interesting. I was actually looking forward to hanging out with those old guys, but no love lost.
No.
I mean, shit. It's going to be... I'm actually looking forward to the next time I see him in person. I'm like, what's up, man?
Next family outing.
That's going to be so good.
Oh, Foo. He's going to love you for some reason. He's going to be really drunk, and he'll be all lovey-dovey.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So I can't talk to regular Carl?
No.
Oh, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met them.
have to-
I've never met the regular Carl.
Okay. Well, fair enough then.
You have to talk to his alter ego.
Charles.
Carlos?
Oh, no, you don't want to meet Carlos. Carlos is too much Jose or too much Patron. Whew.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You don't want that guy.
No, you hide from Carlos.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, I just wanted to describe that little piece of comedy that happened, within the last few days.
My dad's a fucking cartoon character, man.
Well,
what did I say? What can I say?
It's just so funny because we were hanging out with the Foo earlier today, and he pointed out that the fact that I chose, and I didn't, not on purpose, but just flashbacks of your dad like being referred to in the Foobar show within the last 6 months. I just thought it was a little funny.
Cool.
And it worked out this way.
I mean, there's going to be a new story every month, people. Stay tuned.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, the guy is a treasure trove of
My
stories.
goodness.
He once told me a story about how when he was a teenager, and my uncle, my godfather, DJ No Chill's dad,
Okay.
he used to have like a Ducati.
DJ No Chill.
He used to have a Ducati. So my dad had two cases of Coors Light under both arms,
Good God.
and he's not holding on to the back of him. So then my godfather, my Nino, he takes off on the Ducati, and he's like going, he's like, oh damn, I feel really light. He looks behind and just sees my dad on the floor with all the beer, like, oh fuck.
How was the beer?
It was fine.
Okay, well, that's
they
fine
didn't lose
then.
any beer, but he did have some pretty bad road rash.
Oh, gross. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. Foo. But anywho, Foo, what, you ready to geek out?
Yeah. I mean, that's what's on tap. We also got Joint Report, Foobar Sports, music, and of course the Foo Facts over at the end of the episode. So yeah, everybody stick around for Geeking Out. We'll be right back.
Okay, nerds, let's go!
Geeking Out is brought to us by the Stan Lee Cup, the annual comic book achievement award ceremony.
Oh.
I think there may be some copyright infringement there.
Doubt it.
Okay.
Doubt it. So, hey, man, a lot has gone down in the last 2 weeks in regards to comic book geekdom. What do you want to get started with?
Oh, foo. Well, you know what? Let's start off with one of the biggest reveals from this last week, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. That finally fucking released.
After so much waiting around.
And it's funny because they only released it because it was actually leaked. It was leaked online first. I actually saw the leaked version on Sunday.
Is it the same version?
Yeah, it's the same version,
Okay.
but it's like it looks like someone just kind of had like a
shot it.
VH, shot it.
Now, do
from
you
their
think
phone.
at this point, where we're at in 2021, that's got to be on purpose, right? That's got to be like the number one thing. Like, it causes some kind of chaos with people to make you want to watch it.
Yeah, it's got to be some type of viral marketing technique.
Right.
That totally makes sense because so coincidentally they release it the next morning and it just blows up the internet.
Yeah.
I think it's the most watched teaser trailer ever. It
Really?
passed Endgame. Yeah, I think it was like 295 million views in one day.
Jesus.
Insane. I mean, but dude, the trailer was amazing. I cannot wait for this fucking movie.
So much Spider-Man.
I mean, it kicks off right from where Far From Home left off, where they revealed that Peter is in fact Spider-Man. Everyone's like scowling, crouching over him, trying to, get to talk to him and everything. And he's talking to MJ about, she's talking to him about potential, like all those little rumors, like Spider-Man, can he control women's minds? And then, he says something, and she's like, yes, my lord, or something like that, along those lines. And then you start to see little flashes of the repercussions of this reveal. Police or like a SWAT team is converging on Peter in his house at May's house. He's in like a interrogation room, handcuffed, where they're accusing him of murdering.
And that's cute because he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They can't keep him in the cuffs.
Right.
But whatever. He's
Like,
playing along.
Of course.
Kind of like when they had Superman in the cuffs.
I mean, Foo, it's more, makes them feel comfortable.
but
Yeah.
he's also a teenager.
True.
I've never been in that situation, probably.
Yeah, but he's Spider-Man.
Well.
He kind of saved the world.
Yeah, but then
Kinda.
he's going to be on the run forever. That's
A
not
couple
gonna
of times already, actually.
Yeah.
But, who's counting?
Whatever.
I mean, right now the evidence is damning against him, at least as far as in the trailer. You start to see his life falling apart. He's become like a pariah at his high school where they're just videotaping him. Happy is held at gunpoint now too. Shit's just fucking hit the fan tremendously. And I think this is where they're going to introduce like Charlie Cox's Daredevil character.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's already confirmed that he filmed his parts. So
Oh, okay.
he could be like
So
a
is he his
public
lawyer?
defender. He probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because there is a comic book storyline where Matt Murdock plays. He's his lawyer for Spider-Man, or for Peter, something like that.
All right.
But anyway, continuing on this trailer, and then we see Peter finally arriving at Bleecker Street. Doctor Strange's sanctorium, the inner sanctum, whatever the hell it's actually
His
called.
house?
Yeah, his house. It's his house. Okay,
His dwelling.
His dwelling.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah.
the Doctor Strange cave, the Strange cave.
How comfortable? How comfortable does he look in those sweatpants and sweatshirt?
That's everybody's Halloween costume this year.
Oh,
That's
for
what I
sure.
said,
That's
it
this
was
year's
gonna be
Dude
fine.
Thor. That's this year's.
I like his mug.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that for Fox's
For
sake?
Fox's sake. Clever. Very, very clever. Well, Peter goes to him. You see that he asks Doctor Strange if there's a spell that will make everyone forget that he's Spider-Man. Similar to a storyline that we see with Mephisto, which here
Mephisto!
comes
Yes.
Mephisto. You fucks.
It's him. It's going to be him.
For Fox's
And when
sake.
he...
Of course it is. Why,
And when-
at this point, it's got to be.
It's going to be him.
At this point. At this juncture.
I hate you
It's going to
guys
be him.
so much.
And you know what? Once Doctor Strange, Mephisto, does that spell, guess who's going to come into play?
Who's that?
The Illuminati.
Get the fuck.
The Illuminati, you say?
Look, I just want some goddamn X-Men.
You must wait. Patience.
Fine.
Patience.
Fine. Look, it's going to be a good Spider-Man movie. It's a Spider-Man movie.
Yes, but anyway, we see in the trailer Doctor Strange casting the spell, but then Peter's having anxiety about MJ not remembering him or his closest friends, and then he throws the whole shit fucking off the bag, man.
Way to go, Pete.
Way
He
to
doesn't stop
fucking go.
talking.
No, I mean, well, Spider-Man, of course
Yeah,
not.
of course not.
That's him. He doesn't shut the fuck up. That's why all these villains are willing to join together to kill this guy.
Right.
It's like, you're so fucking annoying.
Is that why?
Kid. Just shut up, kid. The kid always has a quip. In every, I mean,
Well, he's a quipster.
yeah, he's a quipster. He's a web slinging, quip slinging
Yeah.
quipster.
Right.
And
With his quips.
yeah, you see all these other things happen. You know, you see in the background, it starts to kind of mix into a little similar to what the domain where He Who Remains is.
Uh-huh.
When it's shifting, the multiverse is pretty much being created
The
now.
background kind of looks that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it starts to cut to different types of scenes where we see different villains. We see Electro's electricity, which is yellow this time. Everyone keeps pointing that fucking out.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to be different. Why are we shocked?
We learned that the Jamie Foxx Electro is going to be a different Electro.
Yeah. So, everyone, put your pennies back on.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Chill out.
Stop making this hard, dude.
And then we see the Pumpkin Bomb by Green Goblin,
Yeah.
and we hear
Classic.
we hear Willem Dafoe's voice, which, oh my god, I cannot wait to see him as fucking Norman Osborn again. And
That's going to be interesting.
there's also a scene with what looks like the Lizard Man, like almost attacking Peter from behind in that like basement in this inner sanctum.
Mm-hmm. Or is it Venom?
That's what they're saying. Who knows? It could be either or, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. I mean, we already have Venom.
Yeah.
Just introduce him now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
put him in an actual good movie. you
Yeah,
know?
how about that?
Yeah. and then whoa, wacky and crazy guys. Yeah.
Just a couple quipsters over here.
Yeah, web slinging close. God damn it!
Jesus Christ.
I'm having a fucking stroke. Who's
Smell
Foo?
burnt toast.
I taste copper. And we finally see Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
It looks good.
It does.
He really does.
He
Yeah.
does.
He hasn't aged. Unless that's special effects.
I'm assuming it's a little bit of special effects. For
Okay.
Yeah. We don't get to see any of the other Spider-Mans, though, in this trailer.
Spider-Men.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Sorry.
Right.
Forgot to put the hyphen on that. Yes, we don't see any Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield.
Well, they
in
don't want
these.
to give everything away.
I know, and I think there's what they're saying is there's a little movie magic in that trailer, like similar to what they did with Infinity War, where like they
They're
showed
throwing us off.
Yeah, where they showed. Remember how they showed the Hulk running along everyone?
Yeah.
But in the actual movie, it's the Hulkbuster
Yeah.
suit. So they're doing something similar, where it's like digitally they're editing it out so that way you don't see what's really there.
But it doesn't take away from the excitement.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, again, 295 people have watched that fucking trailer in one day, and it just got everyone excited. Everyone's got a chub. So much so, it begs the debate of who is the best Spider-Man. And
I really want to know.
well, Foos, of all places for it to come up, this particular subject to come up,
Yeah.
it actually came up with the Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, recently in a lot of these training camps for the summer, they've been posing certain questions to like teams as they're walking out of practice or walking in. So it's like on like underneath the camera, and then they see it and they start to debate. This particular debate is on who is the best Spider-Man.
This is from Bleacher Report's Instagram.
Who the best?
Oh yeah, I know this.
I already know this one.
Tobey Maguire, duh.
The first one. That's
You
the
a
best
baby.
one?
He's a baby.
Yeah, he was.
It's Tom.
Me. He ain't,
He's so serious,
he,
though.
he ain't-
OG.
he ain't using gadgets though.
Yeah,
They
he ain't
using
using
gadgets. The real
gadgets.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
don't use
and-
gadgets.
Listen.
They using gadgets.
Yeah.
They don't count.
And when his
Listen.
thing stopped working, he couldn't even do that.
Tom
And this
is
be,
a-
and
is
that
a-
be
that's
flying
a-
every move.
He's a real.
Yeah.
He's a
Real
real.
Yeah, gadgets, though.
superheroes
That's the
don't need
comic book.
gadgets.
Tobey Maguire.
A
Real
Spider-Man for real.
superheroes don't need
Like
gadgets.
Tobey Maguire.
That's what you saying. I don't need gadgets.
He's a vigilante.
I don't need gadgets.
No, because you're not
I'm
a
a real
superhero.
superhero.
I'm a superhero.
I take offense to that. Real heroes don't need gadgets. What is Batman, sir? Go fuck yourself.
He's a ninja. Even without his gadgets, he can still fight pretty good.
He's
Yeah.
still a superhero, Foo.
Yeah.
He's still a superhero.
Don't need gadgets.
Who the fuck? I mean, if the guy goes up against Darkseid and still somehow survives, is he not a superhero, Foo?
Yeah. Most men would have died long
Yes.
ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not like most men.
That fractured psyche of his.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's batshit crazy.
Jesus
Anyone?
Christ.
All right.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the Tobey Maguire sentiment. The people thinking that he's the best Spider-Man. I just don't think that's the case. In matter of fact, I actually enjoyed Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man a little bit more than Tobey's.
Ooh.
Yeah. A lot of people make this kind of argument that Tobey Maguire was a better Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man. Now, I've always said it since the movies have came out that Tom Holland is the best of both worlds.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's at least my argument, and I'm old enough to know all of the Spider-Men at this point. Like, I was in high school when the Tobey Maguire movies were coming out, and then I saw all the other ones up until this point. So I can actually compare them, unlike, these football players going like, you're a baby. You don't even know. You didn't even watch that movie. Because he's trying to make the point that Tom Holland is. But I think Tom Holland is the better of the three. Where do you guys, where do you come down on all of this?
Well, I do agree with you, Foo. I think that Tom Holland is the best of both worlds, as you said. He's the best Peter Parker and the best Spider-Man with the way, in the comics, Spider-Man's a quipster, as we've pointed out. So I think Tom Holland's quips and the way he, has that back and forth with all these villains, it's great. Spot on fucking Spider-Man. But if we're gonna rank the remaining two, I do feel that Tobey is over Andrew Garfield.
You think so, huh?
I do, only
How so?
because of what the fuck they did with the Amazing Spider-Man #2. I think it was a little too much.
Too many changes.
Too many changes. Too many. They try to push so much in all at once in that movie.
There was no need for Rhino at the end.
Or in the beginning, dude.
But
in my opinion.
so now you're getting into the movies, but are you really rating the
The
actor?
actual acting of them.
So don't rate the movie.
Well, as far as a Spider-Man, I will give Andrew Garfield he is a better Spider-Man, I feel, because he was a little bit more playful as that Spider-Man, whereas Peter, like Tobey Maguire's was playful,
He
but
was sheepish.
Very sheepish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a Spider-Man trying to figure everything out,
Right.
which I liked about Tobey Maguire.
And while I like Tobey Maguire, I cannot get past the fact that the fucking Sony studios tried to tell you that he was a teenager. And the dude's like in his late 20s.
Well, Foo, they fixed that because they immediately time skipped to when he was in college. So
Yeah, they fix it.
Yeah, they fix it. The one.
Yeah, but still.
The main difference is like Andrew Garfield when they made you think he's still in high school in Amazing Spider-Man #2. Right. It's like, come on, guys, like he should have ended high school after the first one in my opinion.
Fucking Luke Perry in 90210. Dude's 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's not in high school.
He's got a 5 o'clock shadow.
I mean, at least Tom Holland can pull off playing high school Peter Parker for a while. So that's why he's just the best of both worlds, because we still get that early on Spider-Man which we've all craved, and we don't have to worry about time skipping or anything. So either way, I can't fucking wait to see all three of them in this next movie.
They're pulling up all the stops, at least all of the bad guys that he had to go up against in the earlier films. We've already seen them in this trailer. The only person who I would imagine is probably not going to make an appearance is likely Carnage and Uncle Ben.
Yeah, what is weird about this new Spider-Man trilogy is that we don't get really any reference to Uncle Ben. So I wonder if they'll finally put that in this next one, or somehow
because now they're bending the universe.
Yeah, because now everything's kind of changing. I wonder if somehow he ends up in a different universe and everyone sees him as Tobey Maguire, and he's only seeing himself as Tom Holland.
That's interesting.
You know,
Like he's flying through the multiverse.
yeah, like he sees him like when he somehow goes into the body of the different Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end they somehow come together or something to that effect.
Uh,
I mean, I'm only saying that because of when Alfred Molina comes up. He's like, "Hello, Peter." She's like, "Oh,
how does he know who he is?
Yeah, how does he know who he is? He hasn't seen this Peter."
unless all three of them are standing together.
Oh.
More trailer magic, people. More trailer.
That's true. I didn't think of it this way. And
it's
if all
the
three
trailer.
Spider-Men are going to be in the same, and we've said this before on the podcast, but they better do the thing where they point at each other.
Oh, you know they are.
They're
they
going
don't-
to do that, dude. I mean, they have to.
It's going to cause outrage. There's going to be riots. Unrest will take over every major city.
I mean, Foo, if Endgame did the cat meme, I mean, they're gonna do the Spider-Man meme. It's just like perfect opportunity.
All right.
For that.
Do you think Spider-Pig's gonna make an appearance?
I hope not.
No, that's not necessary in this.
Maybe just like as a T-shirt.
Let's not
As
get
a
ahead of
t-shirt?
ourselves. It's a T-shirt.
You know, not the actual. He's not alive as a T-shirt, but it's just printed on the T-shirt. Spider-Pig.
Just expect him back in the Enter the Spider-Verse 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not.
That's good
Let's
enough.
not force things, Steph. Okay,
Okay.
let's slow down, Miss Mephisto.
Have
over
you
there.
not seen Mephisto?
No, we haven't. We haven't seen Mephisto anywhere.
Yeah.
So how about you shut the
We
fuck up?
need
I haven't seen him yet. But you know what? I'm pretty
Yet.
sure that he's going to come out in this one.
yet.
It's
God damn you guys.
for Fox's sake.
For fuck's sake. Well,
I need
Foos,
that mug.
moving on to the next topic. We finally had episode 3 of What If this week. And we actually did not come out, discuss the previous episode, I believe, the T'Challa one.
No. Go ahead and talk about it because we skipped the week.
Yeah. We also had the What If T'Challa was Star-Lord. That was awesome because you see Thanos is just
Fucking Thanos.
a laid-back dude now because T'Challa convinced him that wiping out half the universe was kind of crazy and nuts, and how about instead we create more resources to fulfill for everyone.
I like that he keeps going back to it and convincing people that it's not that bad of an idea, that it's
it's not-
actually pretty practical to just take care of half the population of the universe.
Right?
It's not genocide.
It
No.
sounds very much like genocide.
It sounds very much like genocide. And I love that when they do the reveal with like when he's getting the orb, and then you see what's Korath. I think that's the Kree guy's name.
Yeah.
The one played by Jamon Hansu. He's just like, "You're Star-Lord," and it just goes on and just knows him automatically. He's
Yeah.
super famous.
Wide-eyed.
Oh man, and the contrast between him and Peter Quill is just it's hilarious because you see that Yondu's actually a good guy. The Ravagers are actually saving the world. Thanos is a part of this elaborate crew, and he's saving the world along with them. It was a great episode, really good episode. I will watch it several times. We get a good interpretation of Howard the Duck, played by Seth Green.
Yeah.
That's who that was.
Yeah, and man, it's great episode. And then we move on to episode 3. And episode 3 is
I really
titled-
like this one.
This one was great. I like that now they're finally just let's get fucking edgy, people.
Yeah.
Let's take this up a notch.
This was a creepy one.
It was
Oof.
very much so. Very suspenseful, like murder mystery, like Scream. So pretty much the title of this one was "What If the Avengers Died?" And it starts off, during Iron Man 2 when Tony's eating donuts in the big donut hole, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Wherever they're at. And there, it's that part when Nat goes to inject him with the cure, so that way he can keep keep going. Instead, he dies, and they don't know what happens. They actually think that Black Widow killed Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And then it just fucking goes off the rails after that point. It moves on to when Thor was being, going after the hammer, and Hawkeye's, gunning him down. That whole scene, like, should I shoot him? Should I shoot him? This time, Hawkeye actually just accidentally shoots him, even though he doesn't know why, doesn't know how.
Yeah.
And he kills.
But it's his arrow.
It's his arrow, and he kills Thor. So they lock up Hawkeye too. And then at the same time, they have Black Widow going up to look for Bruce Banner because somehow like he's linked to this. And then we see Bruce Banner blow up from the inside, which was fucking
as the
nuts,
Hulk.
as the Hulk. And then lastly, we see Nat get killed when she's researching. We don't see who killed her. We just see her get the fuck beat out of her and then die. And then we finally see Loki in all of his glory, his glorious purpose, come down to Earth to seek revenge for those that killed his brother.
And since he didn't have any resistance upon his arrival, he would have never had to employ the army that he did in Avengers.
Not at all.
Because it was easy to take over.
Yeah, it was the entire Asgardian army. And immediately he cooperated with Nick Fury to find the person that did kill him.
Yeah.
And with a fucking major ass twist, man, they show the grave of Hope Van Dyne. And we find out that it's none other than Hank Pym in the green in a weird yellow jacket suit, like almost like it looked like the original yellow jacket suit. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen the comics where he has those big shoulder pads.
No.
But it looked very similar to that they paid an homage to that. And he ends up blaming Nick Fury for killing his daughter, Hope, who actually had joined SHIELD. So this was his revenge to kill all of the Avengers, and you see how he did it. He was inside of the shot that injected into Tony and killed, blew up his heart. He caused, he was the one that pushed the arrow from Hawkeye's fingers into Thor. He enlarged the Hulk's heart so much that's what caused him to explode from the inside. And then
with those Pym particles.
With those Pym particles, and you see him fight Nat and kill Nat, and he ends up being thwarted by Loki, pretending to be a bunch of Nick Furies.
Yep.
So at the end, you just kind of see him and Nick Fury cooperating together. So that's going to be interesting to see them continue in this continued little weird universe. And then you also see Captain Marvel arrive early.
Yeah.
Nick Fury panics earlier and brings her in immediately. So this is a completely different Avengers that's getting set up now.
Because they're dead.
They're dead. Yeah.
They're all dead.
And it already shifted. Again, this all shifted because Peggy Carter became the next Captain America. So, goddamn, it's going to be... It's already so amazing. I don't know what the next one is. They haven't released any teasers of it yet. We'll probably get it in the next day.
I wonder when we're going to get the zombie one.
That
was gonna be cool.
Most likely will probably in like 2 or 3 episodes.
And do you think that'll be part of this timeline that they're telling us? The Peggy Carter one and all this other one. How would you mix that in?
All right, is it still going off the Peggy Carter one? Because every time the Watcher kind of narrates, he's talking about different levels within the multiverse.
I don't think it's all completely from Peggy's, but I think it. I mean, who knows? They haven't really announced exactly how each of these little universes connected, which I think is on purpose. I think it's going to end up being like at the end, the Watcher opens up portals from each of these individual universes to bring all these people together. Because we still don't see Killmonger saving Tony, which I have a feeling that Killmonger saving Tony is going to be a part of that Black Panther universe. Because remember, T'Challa is missing as a kid. So Killmonger's whole purpose of going back after,
it's
Wakanda is not necessary. So that's gonna probably how he shifts to save Tony Stark. Again, who fucking knows, dude? The way the multiverse works in general is just a mind fuck when you even try to go back and read the comics. It's still so goddamn confusing, but I'm so excited to see the rest of this whole series.
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
Yeah.
What else did you want to? There was one thing, right?
Yeah, we actually we a lot of great comic book shows this summer, and it has not stopped with the new season of Titans. Season 3. We had episode 5 titled Lazarus, the one we've been speculating about since the beginning. As soon as we heard this title, we're just like, dude, this is the episode where they tell us how, Jason came back to life.
Yeah.
And they did not disappoint. They did
A little
not.
retrospective. They go back in time a bit and tell the story that led up into him going nuts and then dying.
And again, because we did miss last week, we didn't go into episode 4. Episode 4 was titled Blackfire, where Corey and Gar go to save Corey's sister, Blackfire, whose powers are being suppressed or pretty much are non-existent right now, but they're hinting that they may somewhat come back. And they end up bringing her back to live with them in Bruce's mansion right now. And at the same time, they figure out that Crane is working with Jason. So Dick decides to take it into his own hands and break out Crane from Arkham Asylum.
Use him as bait.
Which, God damn it, Dick! What? It was a good plan, but poor execution, son. Poor execution.
Well, and he didn't count on Barbara Gordon being in a helicopter.
Well, again, that is the fault of the Waynes, that they could not communicate very well with their own fucking people.
Bat family.
Yeah, the goddamn Bat family just poor. They need to sit down and just have a nice little chat.
Well, they tried, remember, a couple episodes ago, and they ended up just Barbara talking shit.
Yeah, it's a little, that's true. A little too late at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, she ends up catching Jason and Dick fighting as Nightwing and Red Hood. But before that, like, the Jonathan Crane and Dick have this back and forth, this dialogue that just becomes so captivating, especially when Dick describes the first time Bruce left him out in that cabin alone to survive. And instead of being afraid, he conquered fear and actually like killed a wolf. And like it shows him cutting off a wolf's head. It's like, dude, yeah, everyone forgets that Dick is the next Batman for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
It reminded me of the Leonidas story where he has to kill was it a lion or something?
Yeah, I think it was like it was like a lion.
It's
I
a
think.
big cat.
A big cat.
Yeah. Some sort.
I think in like the 300 movie, it looked like a saber-toothed tiger or something. But
Yeah.
it was the big lion. He has to kill him. It very much shadowed or mirrored that storyline, and I thought it was awesome. And then we had the fight with him in the Red Hood, and then Barbara gets involved, shoots Dick accidentally.
Shoots him in the dick.
Shoots him in the dick.
No, in the arm.
In the leg, actually.
Oh, was it the leg?
Yeah, it was in his
It
leg.
looks like the arm.
I thought.
Was it?
You know, it's a big difference.
It's the arm.
I'm pretty sure it was the arm, dude. Or shoulder.
Agree to disagree.
No, I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, Doc.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
okay. I got nothing.
What I didn't like about episode 4
Yeah.
was that they completely just glossed over the fact that Blackfire and Starfire are supposed to be an all-out war against each other. And Starfire's just like, well, let me just go save her because he's going to get stuck there forever.
Well, she had to go because, well, for one, she blacked out, and they somehow ended up being there anyway.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's just like, well, fuck, I'm already
figure this
here.
out.
Let's just do this. Let's just figure this out.
Yeah.
I mean, they have that psychic link, but
I guess.
I think I can understand why she decided to break her out, because they're not. She's gonna outlive the scientist that's the custodian of that entire lab. And, as soon as he ends up leaving, retiring, what have you, she can't trust the next batch of scientists to keep an eye out on her. She's going to break out at some point, so she probably wants to make sure that she's in jail on her terms.
Look, I feel like the timing is off.
It's totally off, but we're not talking about
the
that
timing.
right now.
Look, the timing is a little weird in this series. In this series.
Series is already weird in the fact that we are led to believe that Batman killed the Joker now.
Yes. So you kind of have to throw all of these, little nuances out of the bag because, again, we all obviously got a different Bruce Wayne. Older.
Yeah.
Real more like Dark Knight-esque, Bruce Wayne in that effect. But you can't look at it too much. You just kind of have to enjoy what you're getting. Is what I'm trying to say.
Do you think that, and I'm going to ask this serious question.
Seriously.
Do you think that Batman is really testing everybody by making everybody believe that he killed the Joker when he really just took the pipe that the Joker used to kill Jason and throw it in front of Dick.
No, because every Gotham confirmed Joker died.
Yeah, at the hands of Batman. No?
Well, they confirmed that he died, and there's speculation that Batman killed him.
Uh-huh. But nobody can confirm?
No.
But then why would Batman go through why would he even go through that?
Why would he even lie about Jason's, death and burial?
But
He did. He told Dick that he was buried next to Alfred.
But didn't somebody break him out of that? Maybe they did bury him.
Didn't someone swap the bodies? Didn't we find that out in a couple episodes ago that someone took out Jason's body when no one was looking?
And you don't think that Bruce would know that?
No, he's fucking Do you not remember the goddamn actual Red Hood storyline? Ra's al Ghul literally does this. He literally steals Jason's body and puts a dummy. This literally fucking happens.
Look, I'm just saying that it's so inconsistent with the show, and
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
I'm just trying to make sense of it.
You're reading too much into this. Again, this is loose interpretations on the comic book storyline because we see in the next episode, in episode 5 of Lazarus, we see Jason go through all of this shit where he's just completely besides himself, having these nightmares, doesn't know how to, act. And Bruce tries to stop him from being Robin and tells him to get therapy, get help. He tries to go get help. It eventually leads him to Jonathan Crane to utilize the fear toxin to eliminate fear. Because Jason does not know how to eliminate fear. He's not like Dick, who's pretty much conquered fear, and nothing's going to stop him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Jason doesn't have that. He's always kind of been a coward. That's what made him the most unlikable Robin out of all the Robins is the inherent cowardice of this guy. But he always tries to find the easy way out, which is what
he's always very capricious too. He's always looking for a reason to be upset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to be happy. It's just no, you're just being a dick to be a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And we see, during this whole time, he's in these therapy sessions where it kind of looks like he's having a breakthrough. Bruce comes out to him, has a nice father-son moment. He acknowledges at him as his son, and kind of tells him, maybe it's cool with Robin. And he takes him to Crime Alley and tells him, you know what? I'm sorry, you can't be Robin anymore. It's just not right to put you in that. Learning from his mistakes. You see, he genuinely is learning from his mistakes.
Right.
It's just no more Robins, man. Let's just fucking end this. Jason,
he doesn't take it in the most positive way.
He does not. He takes it personally, really, because again, he's always comparing himself to Dick. And it's because, he thinks that Bruce obviously likes Dick more. Again, why not? Dick is cool. And
get that drop.
Damn it. I set myself up. And then, we see Bruce leave. He leaves somewhere overseas, leaving Jason alone. And Jason goes to see Jonathan Crane and work on a new fear toxin to remove fear. And then they start to plot, and find little ways to get him out, get Jonathan Crane, that's his whole thing, and ruin Batman at the same time. So what they do is that Jason, using this new fear cure, feels that he has enough balls to go after Joker, which again brings us back to episode 1. And we actually learn that he in fact does fucking die. He gets the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
He's dead as a doornail. They show him in the morgue. Barbara confirms the body, and then we see him pretty much in the next couple of scenes, we see his body kind of taken out, which alludes to his body being snatched. And we then see that he's in Arkham. Boom, there's the Lazarus Pit. Again, it looks like it's
So it's in Arkham this time.
It's in Arkham this time. And again, dude, in the comics, there's so many different Lazarus Pits. There's one underneath Wayne Manor. I think there's one underneath Wayne Tower. There is obviously now one under Arkham.
So what, you can import these, or are these naturally just there and it's a coincidence?
So what the Lazarus Pits are, they're pretty much like You know how lava, there's magma that moves underneath the earth. That's what these pits are. There's a string of them that have like a network that goes all around the world,
and they just create little pools everywhere.
Yeah, and they create little pools. And in the comics,
so I can't just like Amazon it.
No, Foo, you can't. You can't. There, you have to like know how to find them. And really, the only real person that does is Ra's al Ghul. And on occasion, he'll start one and then he never finishes, which kind of looks like to be the case here in Arkham, where it looks like a more crude Lazarus pit. Like, not like the other ones that we see in the comics where they're all like really done up with ornaments and like sculptures and stuff.
It's like a nice pool.
Yeah.
Like marble and everything.
Yeah, very well maintained. You know, lots of chlorine. You know, gotta keep it clean.
Right.
And so, damn it. And so we see them dump Jason's body in, and we see his body kind of like heal itself, and boom, he wakes up. And immediately they play a scene where it's like Crane is dancing to Indagata da Vida.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's like dressing up Red Hood and pretty much building him. And yeah, at the very end, we see that that's their main goal, is to take down Gotham and to put it into like a constant sense of fear. I think they're trying to do. And goddamn, I can't wait to see what the rest of this season has in store, because we still have Donna potentially coming back.
And what's up with Rachel? I haven't seen her yet either.
No, we haven't, but she should be coming in at the second half, because they did confirm she's supposed to be in the season. And I mean, dude, they gotta show Gar becoming another animal besides a snake and a tiger. Like, they gotta show the monkey or the gorilla.
The gorilla.
Yeah, like,
they're underutilizing him.
They are, but I do like that they're showing now finally that he's like, okay, I gotta be a little bit more creative with my transformations.
Yeah, he's still growing into his character.
He is, and
it only took 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, chill.
No,
right?
no.
Chill. Hey.
They have the HBO
chill.
Max budget now.
Yeah.
Chill.
Well, they might end up finishing the season with something like that. So.
And it's still up in the air on whether there will be a season 4. I think they're really trying to see how the success will be with it being on an HBO Max right now. So it remains to be seen, Foos. Just go out and watch it, guys. It's good. Yeah. Be open-minded. Don't be like fucking Steph over here.
How did they get the body?
For fuck's sake.
Did you want like a play-by-play on, you know, the logistics of it?
Dude,
like,
that bag was clean. There was no dirt on it.
Oh my God. All. As far as we know, it was Batman himself.
Why pull this thread? What good?
Maybe Batman, in his grief, actually is the one who broke him out of there and took him to the Lazarus pit.
But why would he do it with Jonathan Crane? Now, Fool,
okay,
you're
that's
pulling,
reaching.
You're pulling.
See,
this
now you know how it
too
feels.
far.
Now you know how it feels.
No, but mine makes
like
more sense.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
All right. Well, we got anything else, or are we moving on?
I think we're moving on.
All right, I'm done with this. I'm out of here. All right. Everybody just stick around for the joint report. We'll be right back.
Nerd!
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you 2 under the table.
The Joint Report is brought to us by Rooting for You, the best lawn seeder money can buy. All right. Well, on today's Joint Report, Foos, let's see here. I went on Leafly and I found this interesting article. And, you know, I never thought about this, but this actually does happen. And the question here is, how should we react when a prohibitionist wins a marijuana license?
What?
Yeah. So let's read into this. The news is that Tom Price, a lifelong prohibitionist, has won the cannabis license lottery. And it just kind of threw people into this kind of philosophical conundrum. And this happened last week. Price is a Georgia Republican who briefly served as Donald Trump's first health secretary. He lasted just 7 months before getting washed out in scandal, but he was a guy who wasted more than $1 million of taxpayer money hopping on private jets and military transports instead of booking JetBlue like the rest of us. And prior to his turn on the Trump merry-go-round, Price served in Congress from Georgia's 6th District, which encompasses Atlanta's northern suburbs. During his 12 years on Capitol Hill, he did nothing to support the cannabis legalization initiatives, and now it's being reported that he has won the lottery to get a license. Now, first off, just hearing about something like this, how does this? What kind of reaction do you have?
The rich get richer, foo.
Yeah.
Bunch of dickheads.
Yeah. Like,
Piece of shit, bro.
Yeah.
like, does he have any business holding one of those licenses to begin with?
Well, at the same time, then, do you have a problem with John Boehner promoting marijuana right now?
Yeah.
Because he was one of the most staunch opposers of marijuana bills while he was sitting as the Speaker of the House.
Well, I think...
he was the Speaker of the House?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But I think, where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's something fishy here. Fuckery is afoot.
Oh, for sure, Foo. For sure.
Fuckery is afoot.
God damn it, Foo.
And yeah, because there's got to be some bigger money interests at stake here, or they just realize how lucrative this business can be if they work to try to legitimize it.
I like to think it's the latter, Foo, since there's a lot of uproar that it may potentially be legalized soon, but we've been hearing that shit for the last 5 or 6 years, so
Yeah.
what do we know?
Well, as soon as he left office, he opened up a bunch of applications in Georgia for a handful of these licenses, and he got it. He beat out a bunch of other 63 applicants, including well-established national brand called Curaleaf. And Botanical's unexpected win raised some eyebrows because this was through a company called Botanical that he's going through. So he's let's see here. Looks like that's about it. It ends with saying that this is more of a less of a karmic gut punch, because does that stink of unfairness and injustice? Absolutely. At the same time, I'm wrestling with the long-term ethics and strategy involved here. Today, Tom Price's cannabis license feels like a karmic gut punch, but in the long game of harm reduction and cannabis legalization, it may ultimately pay off for millions of Americans. Opening minds, gaining allies, changing votes, that's the grinding day-to-day work of the legalization movement. So, at the same time, if he's having a change of heart, and obviously we know at this point he's not doing it for what one would call the right reasons.
Yeah.
But he's doing it nonetheless and kind of turning the attention so that the voters at large begin to understand how this particular industry can help public at large. I think it might be a good thing.
America, guys. America.
I agree.
Where everything can be exploited. Everything.
Especially, what was that movie with Daniel Day-Lewis? There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood. I drink your milkshake.
Yeah.
I drink it all up.
Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about for today was that there was an article on High Times magazine that talks about how commercial drivers consume cannabis more than any other drug, according to the data that's shown.
I believe it.
People who are aspiring to receive a commercial driver's license to drive trucks and other commercial vehicles should consider the pros and cons of the career outlook, because being human resources for a transportation department, they check you pretty frequently. So this has got to be, if you're going to have the balls to go ahead and do this, expect to have any kind of contingency plan on you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can imagine the federal restrictions on drugs for CDL holders is quite strict. With this in mind, drivers can face heavy punishments if they fail a drug test. Most recent data shows that 98% of all positive drug tests in the first half of 2020 were for drugs and not alcohol. Only 892 CDL holders, which is people with these licenses, failed the drug tests due to alcohol. And that's probably because alcohol detection tests can only measure alcohol in the blood for 6 hours, on the breath for 12 to 24 hours, and in urine to also 12 to 24 hours. While cannabis is detectable for weeks or months in a lot of cases. So the DOT, the Department of Transportation, mandates that the drug test use urine samples only for typical pre-employment tests. So if you're drunk one day, you can pass it the next.
Mm-hmm.
But the cannabis issue is that it lingers in the fatty tissues, and then they can detect it months later, or at least up to a month if you don't really do it too regularly. Over half, or 52% of the 40,433 tests came up positive for cannabis. Over half, which is currently legal in one form or another in most of the states where these people live.
more than half of those are independent contractors. Like
Yeah.
that, because they don't have to go through those hoops.
With a company.
With a company,
Yeah.
all they need is a truck. They just needed the truck itself and their license. That's it.
And their medical card.
Yeah, I've worked as logistics as a logistics coordinator for a few years, and like every independent contractor, or like ones that go through like those logistic companies like DHL or like Estes, like when you book through them, sometimes they book outside, and like a few times the guys come up, eyes super fucking red and puffy, either looking like they just woke up or dude, they just smoked a fat bowl.
Yeah.
I knew it was the latter, but I never said anything. I'm just like, hey bro, you brought us the fucking shipment. That's cool. I'm just gonna get
Transaction is done.
Transaction is done, man.
Right? They get the job done.
Don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't crash, bro. That's all I ask.
Yeah, no kidding. Be careful out there.
Stay safe.
But around half of those people, of those 52% who failed those drug tests, mainly took place during the pre-employment drug screen, and even an additional 13,340 failed drug tests when they were issued at random.
Oh.
And then 1,700 failed drug screenings after following an accident or an incident that required them to go to the clinic and get tested.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these things are happening. People are smoking it more regularly, and they're getting more ballsy, apparently. Because, I mean, that to be the number one industry to have this kind of quote-unquote issue, it's saying a lot. And the DOT doesn't care about the state laws.
No.
So,
Nah, man, they're a federal department.
Yeah.
They'll crack down.
And so, what do you think? I mean, because companies in the law, really, the DOT suggests or insists that they keep doing the urine test. Do you think it's more or less of a cheaper thing? Because if they have to do an oral swab test, almost everybody's going to pass.
Yeah, and
they really want to catch people in the act.
They want to catch them in the act, and then also too, they want to make sure these guys aren't, busting out amphetamines while on the road. Because I mean, sometimes these guys take like the ballsy ones that drive a full 24-hour cycle. Like those are the ones you got to be more concerned about taking amphetamines, to keep them up and shit. So I can understand why they would want a urine test for those type of cases.
Right.
Because it is potentially, it's high. But unfortunately, they don't exclude marijuana from that test, or like they don't kind of overlook it like a lot of new companies are kind of doing here in California. Yeah. So again,
there is a breathalyzer now for that cops are going to be using for weed.
That's right. It's a new prototype right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm cool with that because look, dude, if they're not gonna, as long as they don't hold it against you from a job right now, like at least a state or a city job, cool. But yeah, federally, we got to change that. We got to change that so we can kind of fix a lot of dumb shit going around.
Yeah, a lot of the incarcerated who justifiably should not be in there is important that we help them out, and a lot of what we've been saying about getting them expunged. There's still a lot, even after they legalize it. It's just a matter of when. After they do that, they still have a long road to go with all these other things that they have fucked up throughout the decades.
Oh yeah, didn't it take like almost a year for California to kind of get their shit together?
Yeah.
After legalizing it.
Yeah,
so
it was a mess,
it
dude.
was fucking...
And now it's a mess in other states. Like nobody has their shit together. Like everything's a last minute proposition or change, or it's a mess.
Yeah, because dude, everyone's too fucking stoned to really plan properly. Like, oh shit, bro, we were supposed to get that budget done. Let's just watch another episode of Rick and Morty before we go back to that.
No, it was the politicians who kept dragging their feet, man.
Yeah, I know. Foo. Bureaucracy, foo.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, I believe you are.
Oh.
Well, I think that's going to do it for today's Joint Report. You got some sports after this, man?
Yeah.
All right, everybody stick around for Foobar Sports.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Foobar Sports is brought to us by Bill Cosby's new line of medicine cabinets. Find the Mickey Mantle at your local hardware store today.
Wow.
Kind of reached for that one.
The Mickey Mantle.
Right.
You know what? I'll allow it. That was clever as fuck, Foo.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Thank you.
You know what, Foos, since we're talking about baseball, quite a segue.
We're not talking about baseball.
We are now, Foo.
Okay.
We are now.
We weren't.
Speaking of Mickey Mantle, a New York legend, the New York Mets this year have been an interesting team. They were recently purchased by Steve Cohen, billionaire Steve Cohen, and he has not been quiet about his criticism for the way the team is playing and also reacting to the fan base. So the owner recently came out and kind of scolded them, saying, I don't understand how we can have batters this bad after making these trades, or, alluding to these guys need to shape up or ship out.
Yeah.
And so the fans have been behind this guy, agreeing with him, so much so that they've been booing their own team.
Yeah.
Like,
that's pretty messed up.
Like, dude, they just... do you think the Eagles are bad, bro? Like, Eagles fans are bad? The Mets fans are brutal. They're just keep constantly booing them. And the Mets players, they're kind of fucking sick of it. So much so that today, Javi Baez... he hit a 454-foot home run. And after he hit it, he gestured to the fans downward thumbs. Like booing, booing the fans. Like, fuck you guys. And he actually came out and pretty much said that, hold on, let me find his quote here. That he said, "We're not machines. We're going to struggle 7 times out of 10. It just feels bad when I strike out and I get booed. It doesn't really get to me, but I want to let them know that when we're successful, we're not going to do the same thing to them. Let them know how it feels."
Yeah.
So pretty much it's like, fuck you guys. He says, if we win together, then we got to lose together. And the fans are really a big part of that. In my case, they got to be better. I play for fans and I love the fans, but if they're going to do that, they're just putting more pressure on the team. And that's not what we want. Well, then do better.
So whose side are you on, Josh?
Well, you know what? I'm kind of on the fan side now, you dickhead. How about you just fucking get your head out, you goddamn ass, and it kind of, boost up that little average there, buddy. You know?
What is his average? Do you happen to have that?
His average right now, actually, I think it does here. It does. His average right now is 207.
It's not great.
It is not great.
It's not great.
He only has 3 home runs and 5 RBIs.
What's the Mendoza line? 140 something, I think?
Yes.
140 something?
150.
150, okay.
150. Yeah, if you at least hit 150,
you're employable in the MLB.
Employable in the MLB.
That's the cutoff?
That's the cutoff, because at least you can have other like boostable stats like runners in scoring position or on base percentage. Let's say your batting average is like 150. If your on base percentage is like in the 400s or 500s, they're like, okay, fuck, get him out there. Some reason this guy can fucking get on base for some. He can't, he can't hit for shit, but he gets on base.
Yeah, they walk him. He gets hit.
He gets hit.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah, and then at that point, dude, fucking analytics in baseball is just so confusing. Watch Moneyball. Just do it. Do yourself a favor.
But if you're a statistician, it's heaven.
It is.
It's just numbers, but like it's facts.
It's facts. That's
just straight up facts.
And it's weird how they analyze these facts and they're able to interpret how to adjust the game based off of these little things that they see. Like, hey, you know what? This guy, for some reason, he always has a high on base percentage in this particular inning, against this particular pitcher, with the wind of going, 12 knots southeast on a nice dewy day. I mean, fuck, dude.
Knots, huh?
You lost me.
Do they use knots for wind?
For wind, yeah.
Yeah? I thought that was a sea thing.
Okay, Foo. Okay.
It's not an ocean thing.
Wind.
Wind, Foo. What do you do? What used to guide them on the ocean when there was no steam and no coal and no motors?
But knots is referring to the speed that you're going in. And the reason that you call it knots is because there was this huge rope that you would let go of a ship. And depending on how fast you were going, that's the amount of knots that would fall off the ship because it was knotted in a specific time frame.
Again, what propelled them?
The wind.
There you go.
No.
Yeah.
God,
oh my
no,
god.
You guys are dumb.
Fucking damn it. Look it up.
Oh shit.
Look it up.
All right.
Only the U.S. is going to use miles per hour. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody else is nuts.
Or kilometers.
Kilometers.
Or
That's more
kilometers.
scientific.
Yeah,
term.
okay.
We get
Nautical.
measuring stone now, lady.
No, that's
I'm
the,
24 pound. No,
that's the
too late.
English British system. It's not metric.
Right.
Wow. Well, is my face red?
It should be.
So yeah, Mets players, quit fucking whining and just hit the goddamn ball and do your job.
Cunt.
In all fairness, no, he kind of has another valid point. Again, I hate New York anyway, so
Whatever. Like, figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Figure shit out, guys. Why is this my problem? Why
You're
is
actually reporting on it.
that's true. Oh yeah,
You
that's
had a
right.
choice.
Irate over here.
Well, Foos, you know what? The other big thing that's been going on in sports recently, it is fantasy foosball's back.
What?
Yes, Foos, we actually had our inaugural Dirty Dutchman fantasy football
Good
draft.
God. Now, I was in, you did it last week.
We did.
Right? So it kind of worked out where I was out of town.
Yes.
I was, Steph and I went to Puerto Vallarta to go see my grandma for the very, very last time.
Where are my Mexican candies, bro? I got some to sell. I mean.
You could just go to LA, dude.
Damn it.
You don't
It's
even
the
have to
same.
go that far. Just go to the grocery store.
Yeah, just go to a Superior Market. It's just, it's
yeah.
the same candy.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. Continue, Foos.
It's all good stuff. But while we were out in Mexico, you guys were conducting your draft, and there was a lot that happened. I take it.
Yes, Foos. So,
The Chronicles of Karl continue.
the Chronicles of Karl continue ever so wonderfully. So this time we decided to finally meet. We were only going to have 9 people meeting in person. 2 of our players were actually going to be doing it, or actually 3 were going to be doing it remotely because 1 lives in North Carolina. Good old Maddie. Maddie now lives in North Carolina. And then Yantas, Hot Wheels, as I like to call him.
It's a guy in a wheelchair. It's the most fucked up nickname I have ever heard in my entire life.
Dude, he calls himself Yanta.
I know.
He's a part of the gag, bro.
I can appreciate that, but still, like I know he gave me the thumbs up to go ahead and call him that, but I'm like, it just somehow still feels dirty.
Yeah, man. He was remoting in. He wasn't feeling particularly well, so he was gonna.
It's not like you had to walk. Not too soon.
Oh, no, that's great. I love that. I should have said that to him. And so he had a remote in, and then one of my cousins, one you're familiar with, Mondo, who will be sleeping on the floor at the bachelor party.
Because he won't pay his due.
He won't pay his due. Hey, bro, he's going to bring 2 bottles.
Well, doesn't he know somebody who lives nearby?
He lives nearby.
He lives nearby.
Yeah.
Oh, he lives up there?
Yeah, he goes to school up there.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, CSU, SF, Foo.
And he has a place to stay.
Yes.
But he'll likely get too fucked up where he'll have to sleep in one of our floors.
Yeah, Foo. You know, a nice, comfy, spacious floor.
I swear to God, if I see him
equipped with
on
a nice
the couch, if I see him on the couch, hell's gonna break loose.
Are you just gonna
flipping that couch?
flip him off?
Just take it. I'll throw him out like Jazzy Jeff.
Ah! Yeah. So because he actually had to work during the draft, so he wasn't going to be able to pick. And during this time, we need a draft because this is the only day any of us can do it. We had DJ No Chill was going to be out of town today, so today wasn't going to be good.
What's wrong one?
DJ No Chill.
And then he was going to still be traveling back next. Usually we do it Labor Day weekend, so he wasn't going to be available Labor Day weekend as well. I wasn't going to be available Labor Day weekend because I am working, so that way we can go to the bachelor party the following weekend. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, dude, we got to scramble. Fuck it. Let's just do it 2 weeks early. Everyone's like, dude, I hate doing it 2 weeks early. So much happens. A lot of bad shit happens.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in a little bit. And so, we get there and like, well, is Mondo going to do it? It's like, well, no, he has to work. They're like, well, we got to do something. If he's going to still be in the league, how about this? How about every person here, we go in order and we all do a pick for him. So that's what we did because there's no auto draft in a live draft. So like, this is the next best thing. Like we're going to just pick for this guy. But we made it a rule. Everyone had to pick in good faith with this guy for at least the first 8 picks. After that, go fucking buck wild. Get the
give him
guy
kickers.
8 kickers as his bench for all we fucking care. It's all good. So everyone was kind of pretty cool. Like, he ended up coming in. Usually we take a break.
You mean DJ didn't protest?
He did not. He did not, because I suggested that his wife pick on his behalf, and his wife is his GM.
Okay.
So she's like, no, she's not picking for anyone else but for me. No, and we're like, oh, all right. So
okay,
that's one guy out. The one that did protest was none other than Mr. Karl.
Oh shit!
He's like, no, fuck that. Just give him the worst guys. Like, why we got to give him good guys? It's like, wow, dude, you got to be a dick. Of course.
The answer is yes.
Yes. Always is yes.
And but a cameo.
You know what? Yes, because my dad was the champion last year. Before we drafted, the Foo showed us all a nice little cameo. By none other than YouTube star Ricky Berwick.
Yeah.
And
for those who aren't familiar with Ricky Berwick, tell everybody what he's all about.
So, how do I describe Ricky Berwick? Ricky Berwick is a
handicapped gentleman.
He is a handicapped gentleman. He is a gem, everyone. He should be protected because of the types of TikTok videos and Instagram videos he posts. Again, you got to look him up to have get a full grasp of what he looks like and the type of videos he looks. But he is handicapped. He doesn't walk. He crawls on the floor, and he does like weird little like mouth and tongue movements when he speaks. So it's very gross and off-putting, but it's a little funny and like.
But the Foo loves this guy.
The Foo loves shock and awe. He loves shock and awe, and you know what? He prepared this nice little message for us here for Karl, actually.
Hey, Uncle Karl. I wish you all the best in the upcoming football year. By the way, Raiders suck. Like you do, motherfucker. Hey, you're not the worst dad ever. But you have 6 kids. You're pretty horny, aren't you, little horn dog? Anyways, hey, shut up. Just shut up about Google already, all right? Nobody wants to hear about Google. You got that, Uncle Karl? Anyways, have a great Sunday.
And the joke in there about Google is that my dad does printing and mailings for Google, and he will not shut the fuck up about it. At every outing, every gathering, there is some new thing he has to talk about with Google. Shut the fuck up about Google. We do not care. We didn't ask.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Poor Karl.
But bro, he's just like, hey, I mean, I think it's pretty interesting, and someone will say they're interested one day, and watch, egg on your face. It's like, okay,
I guess so, Karl.
I guess so, Dad. I guess so. And our draft started off pretty well. My dad picked number 1. I picked number 2. Coincidentally, no Foobar here.
It's collusion.
No.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
No. DJ No Show actually said, because we pick a random name out of the hat. I picked it out, and I ended up picking up my own name. And so then DJ's just like, did you guys get it on video? If you didn't get it on video, we're repicking.
Dick!
Fuck that. No, and we're like, no, dude, fuck you. You're like 30 minutes late.
security cameras?
Yeah. It's like, no, man, you're 30 minutes late. Fucking deal with it.
Oh, I showed up late?
Yeah, you showed up late. Of course, food.
Okay.
It's DJ No Chill.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it was a good draft. We all shit talking all the way around. Good old fashioned shit talking that you've partaken in.
I was there. I was there for one.
And you know what was surprising, Foo? Uncle Chino, good old Uncle Chino, did not get drunk.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
He didn't drink until the second half of the draft. And even then,
I don't believe it.
Very lightly. I believe it.
Why is that?
He has 2 jobs now. He is supporting Mondo up in SF.
Okay.
So he's got to, bust some hump and not get too fucked up to the point where he's still drunk for 3 days in a row. Good old Uncle Chino. So yeah, man, he actually had a decent draft. I mean, we laughed at him. We're like, bro, even when you're fucking sober, you draft shitty. Like, what's your excuse? No excuse now. And you know who ended up getting drunk in his stead?
What's that?
Guess, Foo. You'll never guess.
Was it you?
It was none other. It related to me.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Karl.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Got nice and super drunk. So much so he didn't end up picking his last picks.
Close talker to everybody?
No, we kept him in the corner.
Okay.
We made sure to keep baby in the corner.
All right.
Time. He was one of my cousins, our cousin Sal, has one of those vape pens and constantly was giving it to my dad. Like I was just seeing smoke coming out of nowhere, and this dude's like putting out, like getting Jaeger, shots.
Oh yeah, he's asking for
dude
it.
drinking beers. I'm just like, dude, this guy is going ham. And this asshole was supposed to drive home. He was supposed to drive back.
Who took him home?
What the
I
fuck?
was the one that had to
you
drive
took-
back.
okay.
I drove them there, and I'm like, hey, you're driving back though, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, but you're driving back though, right? Yeah. I said I was. I'm like, okay. Yeah, dude. Round 3, in the middle of round 3, I'm like, hey, you said you're driving back. Yeah, I'll be fine. Dude, nope. I knew as soon as round 8 hit, I'm like, God damn it. I'm going to have to slow down now. I wanted to have a good time, but no. So, yeah, we had a good draft. My dad got nice and drunk at the end. So much so he was bugging for me to get him food like a child. He wanted good burgers. So I was just like, we're going to get In-N-Out. My dad hates In-N-Out.
Why?
He hates it. I don't know why. He just cannot stand it.
Is he a Shake Shack person?
No, he's more of like the hole-in-the-wall kind of burger places.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, he doesn't like McDonald's. He doesn't like In-N-Out. Yeah, it's all about like classic burger, like
Oh, you guys love classic burger.
Yeah. So I purposely picked In-N-Out because I knew I was gonna piss him off because the asshole pissed me off for making him drive back home. And so
now I'm glad I pissed him off.
Oh, so he was quiet in the car ride all the way back, all the way home. So then we're getting up to In-N-Out, and I'm like, okay, hey, do you want anything? He's like, no, take me home. I'm like, wow,
dang.
So I'm like, wait. I'm like, are you serious? You wanted burgers? No, take me home. I'll go home. I'm like, all right, whatever. Me and the food go beeline it straight to his house. Gets out of the car. His chanclas are flying all over the place. Can't even put them on.
Dude.
And then I didn't hear from him until the outburst a couple of days ago.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for that. But it's you know what? It's happened between my dad so much. I don't care. And he kind of had karmic justice this week because you know what? The one of the dangers about drafting 2 weeks early before the season starts.
Injuries, right?
Injuries. Injuries. And 2 individuals have been hit by the injury bug, like right out of the gate. None other than Little Sal, who lost J.K. Dobbins from the Ravens, running back, for the year with a ACL injury. Tore his ACL.
He's done.
He's done for the year. And then my dad lost running back Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars for the year as well, with another another ACL tear on this running back. So I was just laughing like, ha, dickhead. That's what you get. That's what you get. And so because we drafted 2 weeks early, we had a gentleman's agreement amongst everyone. Like, please, no ad drops until the official start of the season. My dad didn't give a shit because he just started like ad dropping 6 people, and I had to pull him out. I'm like, hey, dude. So the league is getting pissed off because you're making a bunch of transactions when we had the gentleman's agreement of not doing ad drops. He's like, oh fuck. All right, well, my bad. What? Am I supposed to just drop them now and then pick someone else up? Like, whatever, man. I'm like, no harm. I mean, it is what it is. So the rest of the league's like, nah, fuck that. Commissioner, change his team back. Put all those players back on his team. Yeah, fuck him. And lock the league so no one can make transactions. And that's exactly what Uncle Sal did. He moved all those players back to my dad's team, and then he locked the transactions until the beginning of the season, so no one can do any of that shit anymore.
Funny business.
Yeah, and so they're like, wow, so I guess there's just no honor, huh? No honor system? I'm like, there's no honor when Lick Bush is involved. And That's my dad's team name. Lack of institutional control. Bush.
Right. Yeah, he's really proud of that.
I don't know why, dude.
He's really like you, and he leans into it.
He does, and he just does not let up. We tell him, dude, change your name. Last year it was Still Lick Bush, and then this year it's Free Lick Bush because he wants to free Reggie Bush and give him back his Heisman. So my dad is a treasure, Foo. He's a treasure. Yes, Foo, and you know what? There's more to come with our fantasy league later on. I'm sure.
I'm sure you guys are gonna get into all kinds of crazy shenanigans over there, and I'm here for it. I am here for it to troll and just poke fun. So, yeah.
So, ha.
So, hardy har.
Well, Foo, I think that's it for sports.
All right, everybody stick around for the music highlights. The music highlights is brought to us by The Walk Says, the new line of high-quality stir-fry pans by Dwayne Johnson.
Man, that guy's in everything now.
I know, dude. That guy has his hands in all kinds of stuff.
I would buy that.
I think we all would.
Yeah.
The Walk Says.
The Walk Says. Can you smell what the Walk is cooking?
It writes itself, dude.
Look, we need you to make that and give us a piece of the advertising.
Just give us a credit, man. That's all. Just give us some credit.
Just a little.
Do free advertising. Yeah, free advertising.
All right, music. So last Friday, my band Fallen Electric played at this cool place over in LA, West LA, called The Mint. It's been around since the 1930s. It's a really, really tight spot, and it's probably, arguably, in my opinion, and the other band members share this opinion, one of the best stages we've ever been on. Just how the hospitality, the green room was insane. It was nice. The stage itself is really nice and well kept. Kind of takes you back to those 1930s. Kind of like somebody should be playing ragtime on that stage. But then the sound engineer was fucking dope, and he knew exactly what he was doing. Made it sound awesome. Anyway, on our way, or at least leading up to us playing that show, we were gonna close out that show, and the band that was gonna be opening up for us, I was checking them out, and I really freaking enjoy their three-song EP. One song in particular is called 5 to 1. The name of this band is called Farefax, and it's spelled differently. It's spelled Farefax. So, but they're from LA. You know, I'm sure it's kind of they're I don't know.
Play on the word.
Yeah, play on the word.
On the street,
Fairfax. So, check this song out. I really enjoy this one called 5 to 1 by Fairfax.
Jealous, she's a new obsession of mine. Crafting my advantage in our circumstance was overzealous. She scrapped the actors and the plot. I'm gonna kneel down and bleed from the holes in my jeans and rely on a fleeting sense of release you give me. Darling, you gotta be with me. Your seam. I'm gonna kneel down and bleed from the holes in my jeans and rely on a fleeting sense of release you give me. Darling, you gotta be with me. It's 5 to 1 until I get you undone. Give me the all my fantasy love. Give me the heat of the sun. It's 5 to 1 until I get you undone. Give me the all my fantasy love. Give me the heat of the sun. It's 5 to 1 facing the glare of your headlights.
So, and not only Farefax, but all the bands that were playing that night were top notch, man. You can tell that everybody who's just been shelled in their homes over the last year and a half with this whole COVID thing has just been dying and to get out and play their music that they've been perfecting in their space. But that's probably one of the best lineups I've ever been a part of, man. It was Farefax, this other band called Triangle Fire, Mercury and the Architects, and Woe Remote. Woe spelled WHOA. So good luck finding them if you didn't just hear this. But no, every single band was amazing, absolutely amazing. And then we ended up closing out the show. It was an awesome time. But this last couple weeks have been a little rough if you're a classic rock or at least a music lover, just in general. The first song that I wanted to play, and this is going to be encompassed in my This Week in Music History because it just happened this week. One of the Everly Brothers passed away, man. So, you may think that, in 2021, the sound quality wouldn't sound so old school as it did. And there's a reason for that. This song was originally recorded a long time ago, but it was previously unreleased. So they finally released it as like a previously unreleased track in a new deluxe album that they're coming out with. And, New Rolling Stones were still getting it.
I mean, dude, they're fucking... I don't know what the hell Fountain of Youth Keith Richards is on or what child's blood he's using, but Jesus Christ, man, that guy just won't die.
You gotta, if I'm Charlie Watts in the hospital, kind of just waiting to pass, I'm thinking, how the fuck did Keith Richards outlive me?
Right?
You
How?
You gotta be thinking that.
How? Like, the amount of blood transfusions this guy's gotten, like, how? It scientifically is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
The poor Charlie Watts, man.
Yeah. R.I.P., man. Yeah, a legend, one of the best timekeepers in rock and roll history. So, he will be missed. So that's going to do it for today's music highlights. Everybody stick around for the Foo Facts. And Foo Facts, Foos, is brought to us by the I'd Hit That boxing gym, now open. So who wants to start off today's Foo Facts, Foos? You want to go first there, Josh, Steph?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. All right, go for it.
So here we go, Foo. Did you know that running amok is a medically recognized medical condition?
Oh, I already used that one once.
Oh, wow. So
wow.
I mean, Foo, this is a big list. It's all right.
A lot of it has been used.
I know, Foo. We
I think, just go random there.
Let's just. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I don't know what we're doing here. All right, here we go. There were active volcanoes on the moon.
I did that one too.
Jeez, how far did you go down this list?
Come on, man.
You're just gonna have to pick a new
Steph,
list. Here, I'll go first.
Go.
Leo.
Off the rails.
What the fuck? Leo Fender, inventor of the Stratocaster and Telecaster, couldn't play the guitar.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
That is interesting. I mean, you would think, but nope.
Nope.
Did you find anything there, Josh?
Yeah, Foo. You can fact.
Nope.
Check a new website.
All right,
No. Oh.
All right. Well, you got time.
All right.
This is stupid. All right. There's no such thing as pear cider.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Now you're probably thinking, I had pear cider last week. Actually, cider is an alcoholic beverage made from fermented apples and only apples, Steph.
What? What?
Alcoholic beverages can be made from pears, but that drink is known as perry. The drink is popular in England and has been for centuries, but fell out of favor during the second half of the 20th century. That turned around in the 1990s when the drink was rebranded as pear cider.
Yeah. I believe it's pronounced cidre.
No. And if Ned Flanders ever taught me anything, is that if it's light and yellow, you got juice there, fella. And if it's thick and brown, you're in cider town.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
Right.
Thanks, Flanders.
Yeah. And are you going next there, Josh?
You know what, Foo?
Are you all out?
I'm all.
You always.
Oh,
I do.
Okay.
I owe you guys too.
I will go again. Let's see. Let's do an easy one. John Lennon's eyesight was so poor that he was legally blind without his glasses.
Dang.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Probably I got Yoko. All right, you got something there, Josh?
Yeah, Foo. Did you know many oranges are actually green?
I think whatever.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Should I even continue, Foo?
Just go, yeah.
All right, Foo. While we assume that all oranges are orange in color because of their name, fruit is often green when ripe, thanks to plenty of chlorophyll in South America and other tropical locales. Oranges are green year-round. But in the U.S., where it is colder, oranges lose their chlorophyll and take on the color that matches their name.
There you have it.
All right, Foo. Next, want me to go again?
Yeah, would you please?
Okay, Foo. Real quick, is this one that you've done?
I can't see. Oh, at the end. Go for it, man.
All right, man. The opposite sides of die will always add up to 7.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
If you take a look, you'll see that 1 and 6 are on opposite sides of the cube, as are 2 and 5, 3 and 4. If you want to understand more about this amazing but useless fact, go into The Guardian where they offer a more deeper explanation.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Foo.
All right. Steph.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Queen's multimillionaire drummer Roger Taylor was once spotted in Guilford Sainsbury's supermarket filling out a national lottery ticket.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
I have no idea why that's a fact on this list of facts that I have.
I mean, because he's rich and it's ironic.
Yeah.
You lose up to 30% of your taste buds during air flight.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
This might explain why airplane food gets such a bad reputation. The elevation in an airplane can have a detrimental effect on your ability to taste things, according to a 2010 study conducted by Germany's Fraunhofer Institute for Building Physics. The dryness experience the dryness experience at a high elevation as well as low pressure reduces the sensitivity of a person's taste buds to sweet and salty foods by about 30%. So add that dry cabin air, affecting our ability to smell, and our ability to taste is reduced much further.
That's why that ginger ale tasted so good up there. It didn't taste like it usually does down here, like just all pure sugar with a hint of ginger. It actually tasted like ginger ale, like good.
Like the ginger.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Foos, did you know that you are 13.8% more likely to die on your birthday?
Nice.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
According to a 2012 study published in the journal Annals of Epidemiology, humans are 13.8% more likely to die on their birthday than any other day of the year. That's according to Swiss mortality statistics from 1969 to 2008. I mean, that's just a nice open and closed book.
Yeah.
Nice ending.
Nice.
Makes it even. Steph.
The May 15, 1997 was declared the official ZZ Top Day. In the
Foo Facts. Foo Facts. Speak any slower.
I was fucking reading it, and then I had to get rid of an ad. Anyway, the Texas state governor at the time was George W. Bush, who passed it.
Interesting. All right.
W. Yeah. Good old W.
Good old W.
Good old W.
A pharaoh once lathered his slaves in honey to keep bugs away from him. Foo Facts. Foo Facts. The pharaohs of ancient Egypt were believed to be literally divine. The word pharaoh itself means great house, as in the house of God. In fact, King Pepi II, who supposedly ruled for 90 years, thought so highly of himself that when he was bothered by insects, he would command that one of his slaves be covered in honey to lure the flies away from himself.
Wow, what
brought them right to him.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't last long. Oh, wait, 90 years?
90 years, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, he lasted a while. And he was the second.
Oh, wow.
So, one more round?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Foos. Did you know that playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes?
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Foo, you're going to hate to hear this, but playing EDM could be just what you need to scare away those pesky skeeters.
They hate it too?
They hate it too, Foos. According to one 2019 study published in the journal Acta Topica, the Skrillex song Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites combines very high and very low frequencies, as well as excessive loudness and constantly escalating pitch that discourages the yellow fever mosquito from biting victims and mating. So not only will it discourage your neighbors from mating, it will discourage the mosquitoes from mating when you blast that shit all night. So keep at it.
It'll affect any species at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Go for it, Steph.
Let's see. The seemingly random block artwork on Coldplay's third album uses the Baudot code. It spells out X and Y in Emile Baudot's pioneering code used for early telegrams. The code spells out fair trade on the CD inner booklet.
Riveting.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
There's a giant fish with a transparent head.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
The deepest levels of our ocean are some of the least explored areas on the planet. Because of the extreme temperature, cold, and darkness at these depths, only the very strangest of creatures can survive there. These include giant tube worms, vampire squids, goblin sharks, and viperfish with the teeth so long that they can't even close their mouths. Perhaps the strangest, though, is the barrel eye, a large fish with a completely transparent head. There's a little picture of it right there, and it's terrifying. Looks like a piranha without the latter half of its body.
It's all head.
Ocean
all
is
head, yeah.
fucking scary, guys.
Fuck.
Scary.
Yeah, you don't want to go down there.
Well, Foo, can I have just one more as a makeup for my earlier
For your
blenders?
fuckery?
Yes, Foo, because I think you'll enjoy this one.
Okay, go for it.
So, Foo, did you know that a Greek-Canadian man invented the Hawaiian pizza?
Yeah, I did that one before.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Son of a bitch!
But all right, I'll get it.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Only to further enforce the fact that it's not Hawaiian. Not only did it first appear in Canada, but it was put together by a Greek?
Yes, Foo, yes, and you know what? This article itself even alludes to there will always be fierce debates over whether or not pizza has any place on, or pineapple has any place on a pizza, but there's no question that where the Hawaiian pizza originally came from was Chatham, Ontario, Canada. Restaurant owner Sam Panopoulos was born in Greece but moved to Canada when he was 20 years old. And in 1962, the entrepreneur decided to put pineapple on pizza. Panopoulos, who passed away in 2017, once told BBC, "We just put it on, just for the fun of it. See how it was going to taste. We were young in the business, and we were doing a lot of experiments."
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
The name apparently came from the brand of canned pineapple that Panopoulos used on that fateful day he invented the Hawaiian pizza.
God damn it. God damn it.
So, Foo, there you have it. The Hawaiian pizza is
not
pizza.
Hawaiian.
It's pizza, though, Foo.
Not Hawaiian.
I mean, it is, though, technically, because the pineapples came from Hawaii.
That is using the same logic as German cake. It is not from the country Germany, but the guy who first made it, his name was German.
Right.
What the fuck? I worked at Marie Callender's and I didn't even know that.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, so good luck with life after knowing all this.
Right. My life has no meaning.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. You're doing remote podcasting next week, right?
Sifu, I will be working a 10-day straight shift.
Yeah, so we can do the bachelor party.
Yes.
And what are we doing during that weekend? I mean, we're not potting. Should we throw a best of? Should we record on the way there or back?
Foo,
or what?
you don't record the shenanigans of a bachelor party.
Ah,
Trust
okay.
me.
So we're throwing up a best of.
They're throwing up a best of, Foo. There is the wall of secrecy is now in place, Foo.
Even though we've talked about my bachelor party to no end.
Foo, there are plenty of stuff we have left off the books on that bachelor party. I'm just saying. But
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a freaking champion. You can always get in touch with us and get our merch at foobarshow.com and fwbarshow.com and search for FWBar Show on YouTube, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. I've been Josie.
I've been Josh.
And Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be a dick.